Yo, Gemini, what's happening with you? Let's go ahead and knock you out a little bonus reading for the month of July. Does it sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan to me. Anyway, the same rules apply. If you would like information on scheduling a personal reading, which now I am accepting same day readings only, that's in the description of the video, okay? All that information. Also, do not forget to go by Instagram and give Leah's page a follow. She has this project where she makes and sells really awesome crystal jewelry. You don't want to miss out on that, okay? New stuff gets added all the time. She's constantly experimenting with new things, and yeah, definitely go give that a follow. That's in the description as well. But let's see what we got for Gemini universe. 200K giveaway is coming up soon. Okay, I'm going to be giving away lots of cool stuff, man. I'm about to hit 200K in under 2 years. Okay, so I'll be giving away signed tarot decks that have been used for videos. I'll be giving away merchandise, free readings, all kinds of cool stuff, man. Anyway, just wanted to let you all know. What do we got? Gemini. What else can we tell my Gemini's universe, July 2020? I do these bonus readings to pick up on details I missed in the main monthly. That's why I do these. That's not always what comes through, though. I want to get you a jumper. What do we got? Oh, no, nothing's wanting to jump. Oop, there it goes. Right there at the last minute. The Hangman. Okay. Okay, can't really say a whole lot on that just yet. But I do definitely feel like there's somebody waiting around on you. Okay, that's immediately my intuitive nudge is that somebody's waiting on you. I don't know. I really don't know what else I feel about that. I just don't really feel like that's you. Okay, I feel like y'all are probably busy with everything else that you got going on, and your mind is just probably in 10,000 places at once. Somebody else is waiting on you, I think. Okay, let's get 6 shuffles here. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Boom! King of Cups. All right. Ooh. Okay. So, yeah, somebody here still has feelings. Okay? I think people are perceiving you, though, from the outside looking in. People are looking at you like you're argumentative, Gemini. Like, man, I don't know. 5 of Wands is how people are perceiving you. Like, you ain't really the one to talk to sideways. You know, I don't know what happened to Gemini, man. Could be Cancer season affecting you a little bit weird, the Mercury retrograde, something. But people are seeing you as a little bit argumentative and irritable, I think. Okay? On the inside, though, you really feel like this sense of completion. With whatever this is that you've come out of, or whatever it is you're moving on from in the past, you really, I think, are starting to feel a sense of completion on the inside. Like you've completed a major cycle in your life and you're ready to start a new one. I still feel like, though, there's somebody that has feelings for you that's waiting around on you. 2 of Cups, 8 of Wands reversed, yeah. Somebody wanting to come together with you here. Either that or you're wanting to come together with somebody. I feel like communication's blocked, though. Okay? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel like y'all are being a little bit sneaky when it comes to this. Okay? Y'all might be planning some things that you're not telling anybody about. The person you're dealing with is walking away from this, and I kind of feel like whoever you're dealing with here is probably already off looking for another relationship. Could already be in another relationship. Okay, I feel like y'all are dealing with somebody who's a little bit immature too. This person, I don't really think, I just think that they're a couple cans short of a 6-pack, man. They're just a little too, they don't really possess the psychological and emotional bandwidth to actually settle down and you know, do what it is that needs to be done. But they're off looking for somebody else, though. 8 of Cups, 10 of Cups. They skipped a fucking cup. Okay, we talk about that a lot. I don't have time to go down that rabbit hole right now, but needless to say, I think that the person you're dealing with here, the person that you're moving on from, they're just the unstable type of person anyway. Okay, Empress in the reverse. Could be a Taurus that you're dealing with. But I think you're doing a really good job at just kind of trying to ignore this and ignore the person and just act like it never happened. You're getting over this. I think there's blocked communication between the two of you too. King of Cups is the overall energy. Underlying energy is the King of Swords here. So I think you're doing a pretty good job at successfully detaching yourself from this, because on the inside, like I said, you feel this sense of completion. The person you're dealing with, I think, doesn't. Okay? Let's look a little bit more at the person you're dealing with, because that world in the reverse, I bet you, is going to come up for them. Okay? You got the world upright. This is how you feel on the inside. But there's still this unfinished business energy lingering here from the person that you're dealing with. Let's look at the person Gemini is dealing with, universe. Person Gemini is dealing with. Everybody get notified? Man, ain't nobody show up. Actually, you know what I want to do real quick? Hold up. Thought I had a fire maker in here somewhere. Damn, bro. Hold up. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold it up. This is so cool. This like, you know that this house was meant for me, because this room had this big, huge desk. Like this was the office. There was a home office built into this house. One of the rooms was made a home office. So, I love it. Didn't even know either. Didn't even know this home came with a home office, this house. All right, let's get some sage going here, y'all. I'm starting to feel some oohies, some ickies. Y'all feel the ickies coming in? You feel it? My energy has evolved? Well, yeah, my energy is always evolving. My energy is constantly evolving. Ever since I stepped off onto the spiritual path when I was 27, before y'all even had a clue who I was, my energy has been evolving for years now. About 5 years. I'm never the same person from one year to the next. That's the goal. 1 year from now, those of you who are still following me, I'll be totally different than I am now. That's just how I roll. All right. Let's look at the person you're dealing with. Person you are dealing with. Person Gemini is dealing with. Person, people, and or situations playing the biggest influence on my Geminis. You know, there are lots of connections out there. One of the things I talk to my personal clients about all the time. This is a type of connection that I've never really heard anybody else talk about. But every connection serves a different kind of purpose and affects you in different ways. You know, there are lots of connections that are meant for you to come together and break apart with a person, and their energy is meant to stick to you long after they split and pull you down a path that you would not otherwise go down without their energy being there. Oh yeah. I guarantee you a lot of you, whoever that was that just said, I need to find a way to move past this, probably what it is. That's what I felt when you said that. You're not meant to move past this. You're not meant to. I bet you that person's energy is stuck to you, pulling you down a very specific path that you'll be able to see why in the future. Okay? Trust me, that happens more often than not. Let's see the person that you are dealing with, Gemini. Boom! 10 of Swords. They're throwing in the white towel, man. Throwing in the white towel. They want equal give and take. They want fairness. Okay, they're making a final decision right here. They're moving on from this, okay? I do think that they have something they want to say, though. They do have something that they want to say, but 2 of Swords and 2 of Wands, both reversed right next to each other, okay? Gemini, need I say more? Thank you for that super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, this is definitely a final decision to move on. Okay, definitely a final decision, but they're making a fair decision. It's like, look, I want commitment. You know, I want to work on this, but want in one hand and shit in the other. Okay, I want to work on this, but I just can't. They're throwing in the white towel. I think they've come to their senses about the nature of this right here. Okay, Zeke, thank you for that super chat, and Nat, thank you all for that super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you. Well, Let's look at the outcome. Timeline's moving forward. That was real short and sweet and to the point. I'm almost half tempted to pull another spread, but see, if this is a personal reading, I would have pulled another spread for this. At least one more, but that was real short and sweet and to the point. See, I don't know. We'll get to the important stuff here in a minute. We'll get to it here in a minute. Let's look at the outcome as it rests in this moment, which is always subject to change. Outcome we are looking at right now as it rests in the moment, which is always subject to change if you choose to. 3 more shuffles here. Ooh, 7 of Swords reversed. 1, 2, 3. Ba-doom! 10 of Cups. Okay. Queen of Wands reversed. 2 of Cups. All right. So I see you coming together with somebody new here soon. I'm a little worried about this though. Guess what card came up? Shang-a-lang-a bing bang. Emotional codependence. Okay. I see you moving on more than likely to somebody new. Okay. Moving on to somebody new. But this right here is very concerning. Okay. Emotional codependence. We talk about this in almost every video that I do. Okay. But when it comes up, I have to talk about it. This right here is what brings 95% of us here to the tarot community to try to figure out what went wrong. Okay. What this basically states in layman's terms is I have this empty void on the inside of me and I need a relationship to fulfill this empty void. And that is such a big lie. What that does is create a dog chasing its tail type of effect. Because the fact of the matter is the empty void is the relationship you have with yourself. That's what that empty void is. And the relationship you have with yourself is the one that manifests in your outside world. So there's nothing to chase. It's like a dog chasing its tail. And even if it catches its tail, it didn't really accomplish a virtuous goal. But I do see you coming together with somebody new. But I'm telling you, you have to learn to stand in your own emotional integrity. And this is for anybody that needs to hear this. You have to. You cannot put your emotions on somebody else as their responsibility. Okay? We're programmed to do that. We're like led to believe that one of these days there's this person that's going to come along and just take away all of our problems and meet all of our needs. And it's just going to be rainbows, unicorn farts, and pink bunnies from that point forward. And it's not like that. That's not the way it works. But we hold on to that. And we set this space aside waiting for it. And it doesn't happen. We set expectations. Like, we're so convinced that that's going to happen one of these days that we set expectations and demand that it happen and get mad at other people when they don't meet our expectations. It's fucked up, dude. It's fucked up, dude. Well, things to watch out for and advice moving forward. For my gingeroos. And then I'm going to go upstairs and watch some Ascension Mastery class. Anybody here sign up for David Wilcox Ascension Mastery? I did. He's my dude, man. Well, I'm going to finish watching his first class. Let's get 5 shuffles here for things to watch out for and advice moving forward. 1, 2, 3. Two more shuffles. This right here, this is probably the most important spread in the whole damn reading, okay? Most important spread in the whole damn reading. This spread right here has information that if you choose to apply it to your life, you will actually see changes happen, okay? All right, so I'm gonna take this one as advice, okay? As a piece of advice, learn when to not take things so seriously. Don't take everything so seriously. And I know Gemini, y'all are really, really good typically at being able to joke and laugh and play around. And sometimes y'all don't know when to take things seriously. But I think here lately, especially when it comes to love and relationships and matters of the heart, you're taking it a little too seriously. You're putting it way too high on the priority list, okay? Drop it a notch or two. Your number one priority is your relationship with yourself, okay? Chris, thanks for that super chat and the positive feedback. I appreciate it. Watch out for people who go out of their way to avoid conflict, okay? Now, I know that kind of sounds a little risky to say. I'm not advocating conflict and arguing. I'm not saying go out of your way to argue with people, but don't tuck tail and run just to avoid an argument, okay? When it all comes down to it, if a confrontation and an argument has to pop off, then let's go. We're going to go there then. But you know what I'm saying? Avoid it if you can. But you know those types of people that they will just say what you want to hear. They'll do what you want to do. You don't even have to say jump. They're already jumping. They don't even ask how high. You know what I mean? Catherine, thanks for that super chat. Appreciate it. Watch out for that. Okay. It's very important that you learn to take accountability for your own emotional state. Not only 9 of Cups, where you need to learn to stand in your own emotional integrity. That's important too. But taking accountability for your own emotional state is just as important and goes in the same package. It goes in hand, okay? At the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, people get pissed off about this. I don't care. I'm going to straight up tell you right now. I'm going to go all the way King of Swords mode on you, okay? I am a King of Swords. I'm an Aquarius. So I will say things that will bother you and that will kind of come across kind of harsh. I do not mean to hurt your feelings, but these are things you need to hear, okay? When it all comes down to it, even if something horrible happens to you, when it all comes down to it at the end of the day, we need to say, how did I attract that person into my life? Okay? If somebody comes along and does you wrong, the Queen of Cups did not earn her throne by pointing fingers at everybody who disrespected her cup. You know what she did? She learned a lesson about herself. Well, why did I hand my cup to this person? How did I attract that into my life? What brought me together with this person? You know, 9 times out of 10, I'd feel safe saying 10 times out of 10, but just to keep it practical, just for argument's sake, let's say 9 times out of 10. Any bad connection that you have with a person, you go back to the vibration that you were at when you came together with them, that'll tell you everything you need to know about the outcome of that situation. Somebody come along into your life, hey, you didn't do nothing wrong, right? Hey, I know there's a lot of people watching here who got fucked royally, okay? Didn't do anything wrong. You got royally fucked over. I get it. I've been there. I know exactly how that feels. What vibration were you in when you came together with them? That'll tell you everything you need to know. You know what most people do? Most people are in the vibration of loneliness. I'm lonely. I'm empty. I'm broken. Okay? If you're vibrating on the frequency of loneliness, emptiness, and brokenness, and somebody new comes in, pop off all those happy chemicals. Ooh, this person makes me feel good. Ooh, toxic. How many of you in here are here right now because you did that? I know I am. Hey, but I tell you what, right now in the game, I'm glad that connection happened. That was a long time ago. Long time ago. But how many of you in here right now? Now, I know not everybody, but a lot of you are in here because that's what happened, right? Yes. That's why your number one goal is your relationship with yourself. Your number one goal is your relationship with yourself. Because what do you think happens when you allow yourself to step through that threshold out of loneliness and into self-love? And I did say allow yourself because if you think about it, most of us, actually all of us, are afraid to allow ourselves to love ourselves. We're afraid to. But if you allow yourself to, what do you think happens? Your desire for another person to be in your life drops dramatically on the priority list, drops way down. And for some strange reason, that's attractive. That's when the love offers start coming in because we are drawn to what is out of our reach. When it's out of our reach, we're drawn to it the most, right? Ladies, how many of you do that? The dude you should have gotten with, you stuck him in the friend zone. You went and chased a little piece of shit that treats you bad, right? We're drawn to the biggest challenge, aren't we? But what do you think happens as soon as you step into emotional fulfillment? Or you're not so desperate. You're not just going to give anybody a chance. The first person that comes along and holds your hand and calls you pretty. Fellas, the first girl that'll take you to bed. You ain't that desperate, are you? No. Not when you love yourself. You don't need it that bad. You don't need it that bad. That's when your person is right around the corner. And you bump into them when you least expect it. I give that formula sometimes 10 times a day. The process is a very specific process, okay? Very specific process. It's really, really easy, but there are certain tools that we need to throw into the mix to actually help the process along, which I give people all day, every day. But yeah, that's what most of us are doing here, isn't it? Okay? Focus on you, on your relationship with yourself. Put yourself as number one. If you ever want to be of service to anybody, it behooves you to put yourself as your number one priority. Think of yourself as an ambulance, okay? Okay, if there's an ambulance that we're using to go out and save people's lives, what's going to happen if we never take that ambulance in to get worked on and for maintenance and never make sure that it's in tip-top shape? We can't be of service to the community, can we? No. Okay? Anywho, I feel like the messages my Geminis needed to hear have come through. I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in and playing along. Greatly appreciate it. I'm going to turn your attention again to the description of the video. Right now, I am accepting same-day readings only. Okay? The goal is to ease back on the personal readings. That hasn't happened yet. I've just been getting swamped with same days. But I don't give a shit. I'm putting more energy in my main channel. Okay, more of my all signs videos coming up. Weekend, weekly, midweek, just like the old days. Okay, more bonuses, more material on my main channel. Okay, I've been stuck on my private channel doing unlisted personal readings all day, every day. Nobody sees me. I don't really get to put that much content out because I'm stuck doing private videos all day. And I need to get back out in the public spotlight more often, more frequently. Okay, so, but if you do need a reading that bad, the information is in the description of the video, and you'll have it within 24 hours of the time that the payment is posted, okay? Also, do not forget to slide by Leah's Instagram and give that a follow. She has this awesome project called Cheetah Crystals, okay? Lily, thanks for that super chat. She makes and sells really, really, really awesome crystal jewelry, okay? And she adds new stuff all the time. Yeah, go give that a follow, and I'll see y'all later, okay? Definitely sometime between now and the rest of all eternity, okay? Y'all have a good night.